What's up, guys? Glenn with Glenn's Auto Performance here, and this morning I'm going to show you another LS Tech tip here on installing trunnion bearings in the factory rocker bodies. So this applies to Gen 3.4 LS, but it also applies to Gen 5 LT, although I'm going to show you on an LS rocker arm the same concept, principle, and even the same parts works on the Gen 5 LT rocker arm as well. So we're going to be installing standard rollerized TK001 BTR trunnion upgrade kit here. There's several different trunnion upgrades on the market out there. We covered that in a tech tip probably a few months back, but figured you guys would like to see how this goes together and the techniques that I use to install. So today I'm going to be using one of the magnetic vise tools. You can do this with sockets, washers, and a bench vise if you wanted to, but I find that a tool like this, and BTR makes a really nice one now too, that's magnetic and it is able to hold the rocker body in the vise, just makes things a little bit easier when you've only got one pair of hands. So let's take a look at why we upgrade the trunnions on these, and I'll show you the process on how we do it. So before we get these trunnion upgrade installed, I'm going to show you why we recommend it. So the OEM LS rocker arm has travel limiters into it. If you look at the edge of the cup here, you can see this half moon shape. That is the travel limiter for the trunnion in this stock rocker. So when a higher lift camshaft is installed, the risk of hitting that travel stop increases significantly. And if the cam is aggressive enough, you can downright beat that travel stop. And if it's hit enough, it can dislodge this outer cup on the factory trunnion, and there's nothing to retain that cup aside from a press fit in the rocker. So if that cup becomes loose or dislodged or displaced and comes out of the rocker, then all of the little needle bearings that are inside of there are free to escape, and that is why guys will upgrade the trunnions to a captive bearing design to try to prevent one, the failure, but two, the escape of all of those needle bearings and the disbursement through the engine. All right, so I'll show you how this tool works. This is magnetic, so it's able to hold itself in your bench vise without the need for you to hold it. So it makes it a little bit easier because it eliminates the need to have, a second set of hands helping you align everything. So it's machined, or at least this tool is machined to accept the factory rocker body. So there's a nice little cradle for it there. It just sits right in place, and it's also hollow, so it allows room for the factory trunnion to be pressed out. So it just makes working on this a little bit easier. So I get everything in the vise. There's a second piece to this tool that is your actual pusher to actually drive the bearings in or out. So the larger side is the side that I use to drive it out. So once the rocker body's in the vise, this will kind of index itself right on the bearing. It is designed to be the correct fit for the bore size of the rocker. So we'll go ahead and drive these out. Just get this situated in place, start to collapse your vise. You can see it just pushes it right out. There it goes. That simple. Now you've got an empty rocker body and you're ready to install your new trunnion. But first, let's take a look at the factory rollerized design and see why the needle bearings are at risk of coming displaced. All right, so I've got one of those factory trunnion bearings here that came out of the rocker, and I'm going to show you why you're at risk of having those needle bearings displaced should there be some sort of failure. So this has like an inner sleeve here. You can see it moving in and out. If this walks loose, it can walk completely off of that sleeve, and then there's nothing holding those bearings in any longer. There's a shoulder on this sleeve that holds them from the back side. So once this becomes displaced, if this walks out, then they're all loose in there. You can see here, get a couple, there they go. Once that's loose, they just start going everywhere. So that's what the trunnion upgrade kit saves you from. Just an unfortunate failure. It doesn't always happen, but if it does happen, this becomes a major issue if it's in your engine. All right, so let's get the new trunnion installed. So I have cleaned out the rocker body and I've put a little light coat of lubricant like engine oil inside the rocker body bores so that everything goes together nicely without any sort of binding. Your little tool here, the smaller side of it, is the correct size for you to put your trunnion bearing onto, so that it's able to hold it nice and steady and square as you drive it into the rocker body. Now, I like to orient the trunnion bearings a specific way. Let me see if I can get this to show up on camera. So there is writing on one side of that trunnion bearing. The other side is smooth with no writing. So I put the smooth side toward the rocker body, and I put the side with writing on it towards the outside of the rocker body, because this face is a little bit flatter, and the C-clip that you're going to put on the trunnion to retain it just gives it a nice flat surface to ride on for that side. So we'll go ahead and get this put in. So I've got this set up. I've got my writing towards the outside of the body here. And this goes in much like it originally came apart. Just run this down. I just put a little bit of pressure on it and then make sure everything is nice and squared up. I'll make sure this goes in as straight as possible. Run it in until it is flush. That looks pretty good. Grab our actual trunnion here, pull the rocker out. Carefully slide that trunnion in from the opposing side, making sure that we don't displace or dislodge any of the bearings in the new side that we just pressed in. Then we can flip it around in our tool here, and we're ready to press the other side. So again, the tool's cut out. This particular tool is, it makes it nice because it has a little spot for the actual trunnion to situate. Then we can get our next side ready to go in. So I've got my letters facing out. I like to get this started on the trunnion so that I know that it's all going to go together nice. So my trunnion is started in the bearing here. It is holding the needle bearings in place so that they're not going to get disrupted as I press this in. And then we're ready to drive it in using the opposing tool again. So on this one, we're going to pick it up on the perimeter like we did when we drove the originals out. Again, get everything nice and square. And you can begin to press that in. Bring it in flush. We'll check this to make sure it's free. It is. Everything looks good there. The bearings are flush in the housing. So now we can go ahead and get our C-clips placed on the trunnions, which is what positively retains those bearings, so there's no way for them to escape. So hopefully this shows up on camera. This is a standard procedure here. You guys have probably dealt with C-clips before. You get yourself the correct tool. There's a little groove on that trunnion. It just sits right down in there like that. Make sure it's all the way in the groove, that it's not going to go anywhere. Same thing on the other side. Just like that. Everything is in place. You are good to go. Upgraded and ready to go. So you can see that that process is pretty easy. If I wasn't filming, I could knock these out pretty quickly. So now you can see, unlike that original trunnion, this rocker is free to move 360 degrees with no travel limitation. There's no risk of hitting any stops. There's completely free movement of the rocker. Everything is positively retained using circlips mechanically. Even if the rocker bearings were to come loose in the housing, the circlips would prevent anything from walking out of the center of the rocker. So it's just a much better design in terms of longevity and also operation. So a lot of guys want to buy these already done. That's not a problem. We offer them that way. We can supply you with rockers that already have the trunnion upgrade in place if you don't want to do the install yourself. But you can see, if you've got one little tool here, like the bench vise holder, it makes things pretty simple. You can knock these out pretty easily at home, just using your bench vise in your garage without the need for any sort of fuss. And if you want to spend the money elsewhere in the build, you can save a little bit of cash by just doing the trunnion kit itself instead of buying the rockers already complete with it. So if you guys have any questions, post them in the comments below. Always happy to help, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.